are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
We finally got the trailer for The Rise of Skywalker, so of course we needed to pick apart every single frame to see what Easter eggs we can find and talk about what it tells us in this final movie in the Skywalker saga. So first up, Rey is jumping around in the inside of a destroyed Death Star?
It's back to her scavenging.
Yes.
You know, saw her start like that and then Star Destroyers on Jakku. Now she's back. Intercut with her on the jungle planet doing some Jedi training.
The jungle planet could be Endor.
It could be Endor, it could be Yavin.
Yes, it could be
We
Yavin.
don't know. All we know is that Leia's there.
But is it like really Leia, or is it like a Force ghost Leia?
It's definitely Carrie Fisher.
It's definitely Carrie Fisher.
Well, at least from the front. That back hair shot could be anyone.
It's true. It could be me.
We also get this shot of a ton of rebels. So they're growing in numbers, wonderful, because by my last count there were 12. I think in the last shot there weren't enough to take on First Order.
On one ship.
Yeah, so there's a lot more, and we get Lando front and center.
We get Lando, Finn's there, of course, as well. There's Poe's new orange fighter, and a blockade runner coming up out of the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing Rose, which I think a lot of people are excited about because she's 100% a fan favorite. Plus, I like that the newer stories are putting a lot of women in positions of command.
Well, it's great because in that same shot where we see Rose, right behind her is Billy Lord's character, Connix, who keeps getting more and more to do.
Yes.
And she's actually now an exact match of Leia's hair from Return of the Jedi, which was a nice homage, kind of a similar smock. She's standing next to Dominic Monaghan's still unnamed Resistance fighter. But,
I heard he's just credited as Hobbit 1.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. What if
Hobbit
that's his
1,
call
come in,
sign?
please. Yeah.
That would be so.
So, okay, you mentioned the Rebel blockade runner, which is extremely satisfying to see, but there's a ton of other ships that are in this trailer.
There was. It looks like when you see the Resistance fleet, it's pretty much every ship we've seen in animation, in the movies, in everything, especially the Ghost from Star Wars Rebels. It's not necessarily the Ghost. It could just be another ship of that kind.
But I think it's the
come
Ghost
on.
because they had the Ghost. They've teased the Ghost in other movies before.
Rogue One,
Right, and I think it's really important to remember that at least in the most recent part of this franchise, all this stuff has tied in together. The video game has absolutely tied into the movies, which have tied into the cartoons, and have tied into the comic books. So I think what we're seeing is that they've really been not only giving us the opportunity to fill in the blanks over the past few years, but they've also been laying the groundwork for there is an entire universe out there that we haven't even heard those stories yet. So I really think that this movie is going to be that balance of let's complete the story, the Skywalker story, but now here's all the other stuff that's going to happen.
We also get this shot of so many TIE fighters, and it looks like they're heading toward a glacier? I don't know. It's hard to tell exactly where they're going.
I couldn't tell if it was like a glacier reflected on a lake, or if it was like an Asgard dual mountain thing in space.
Interesting.
I've watched it like 20 times. I still can't kind of tell. There's so much imagery because you're also like, are these classic Imperial TIE fighters or are they knockoff First Order TIE fighters?
Yeah.
Because you get classic Star Destroyers and there's a lot more Empire. You know, we haven't even gotten that there yet, but it's, you know, the resurgence of Palpatine and the old style, kicking the imposters out of the way.
Let's get there.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, so I thought there was this whole theory that Palpatine is basically somewhere out there the whole time, basically reestablishing the Empire the entire time and waiting for the ideal moment. So I kind of feel like that's what this is going to be.
We've got new space horses.
New space horses.
Not Tauntauns, not Faudiers, not horses.
But
imagine if there were Tauntauns again, though.
And they're
You might see Tauntauns again.
I mean, I'm all for it, but that shot of Finn and Janna racing on the Orbox on the top of a Star Destroyer while other ships are flying, whatever, I'm like,
cool.
The classic theme is blasting. I'm like,
So let's get to Rey and Kylo. Let's talk about it. So we get that moment of Rey's voiceover saying,
"People keep telling me they know me. No one does."
And then Kylo saying,
But I do.
I know, it's such like a my so-called life teen angst moment. I don't know. I also really appreciate that, like, Kylo Ren has gone like full Brandon Lee, the Crow. He has reached his most emo goth moments self, and I'm here for it.
So it seems like they're bashing in Vader's helmet, which maybe speaks to this kind of, I'm not going to say Horcruxian idea, but it seems like maybe, yeah, is that what Palpatine has possessed or inhabited to come back? I don't know.
It would be interesting. It would be interesting because he did make all that, like that stuff himself. If he, put a special little part of his heart in that helmet.
I really don't think that we ever had complete proof that the Emperor was dead, that Palpatine died. And he is incredibly powerful. And, one of the reasons he wanted to destroy Vader or Luke was because he knew that the two of them together, or one of them actually, with each other, were going to be more powerful than he was.
All right, we gotta talk about what's going on with C-3PO.
Oh, who thought that C-3PO was gonna steal this trailer?
So I think that this is a huge misdirect, and I think that they are either going to be, because I see his eyes do go red, which could either be a sign that they might reprogram him and give him a use in some type of other plan.
Or like they're gonna go put him in warrior mode. Like some photos have shown him with Chewie's bowcaster, and like he could go full. There's a homicidal.
Yeah, there's 000.
Yeah,
that's
protocol
fun.
droid in the comics.
Yeah,
he could go full on murder bot.
Well, speaking of older characters to the franchise, we also get this new character, Zorii Bliss. She's on the far left. New droid Dio is next to BB-8. Lots of fan theories floating around about Zorii. We know that she is played by Kerry Russell.
And we know she has their background with Poe. Will they rekindle their romance? Will we see Oscar Isaac and Kerry Russell smut?
Ooh.
We better see some smut. I don't care who at this point.
I think this is going to be the rise of smut.
Yeah.
I think this movie's going to be half smut.
I just bought 2
should be.
tickets.
Yeah.
One thing they're very, very good at doing in these trailers, and this is something that, no surprise that both Marvel and Lucasfilm have mastered, is giving what seems like so much, but really not telling you anything. And they are all about the misdirection.
They make a great trailer.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm psyched. Still could not tell you
anything.
The plot of this movie.
Nope.
It's so many images and voiceovers, but I still, as to what the plot actually is, it's up in the air. And it's like we're dissecting it until it comes out, and that's by design, and it works perfectly. And I'm here for it.
It works perfectly, and I think it's safe to say we are gonna watch this 8,000 more times each, not combined, before December, and pick apart every single thing.